Prayer is the best way to understand God's presence in our lives and to discern the ways of evil around us. When God is at the forefront, everything else fades into the background. In today's Gospel, Jesus aims to help his listeners, his disciples, and us recognize God's work in our lives and the reality that we will ultimately have to face God alone. In our daily lives, it is easy to forget about God as we get caught up in our routines. We may believe in God and acknowledge He is our Creator, but this belief may not deeply impact our lives. For those seeking God's work in the world, there are many things that can point to His presence. Jesus used simple, everyday examples such as interpreting the weather and settling court matters to teach us valuable lessons. We often predict the weather based on natural signs like dark clouds indicating imminent rain. Jesus laments that His audience is hardened in disbelief despite the great signs, wonders, and miracles He has performed among them. Using another example, Jesus emphasizes that the time to recognize God's work is now, or kairos, as we do not know when we will have to stand before the just judge God. Just as we strive to make peace with our opponent before going to an earthly court, we are urged to take a step towards a change of heart and mind, metanoia, to avoid the temptation of complacency and procrastination. We cannot shift the responsibility for our lives and actions to someone else. Jesus invites us to examine our awareness of His presence in our lives. He asks us to discern the presence of evil by observing the greed and animosity around us and to stand for justice, mercy, and charity. Prayer is the best way to understand God's presence in our lives and to discern the ways of evil around us. Prayer is also the best means of conversion, as Saint Teresa of Avila said, "Let him never cease from prayer who has once begun it, be his life ever so wicked. For prayer is the way to amend it, and without prayer, such amendment will be much more difficult." May the Holy Spirit, who never ceases to inspire us to recognize His ways in and around us, continue to inspire us to be men and women of prayer, be docile to God's ways, and be mindful of everyday conversion.